All right, what's the goal right now, Matt?
We're gonna bring the Jaguar in the shop, start pulling the motor out today, and send it off to the machine shop.
What's wrong with the motor?
She's locked up, solid,
Really?
seized.
Wonder whose nice E53 that is there, 4.8 IS. Ooh, but is it outdone by the N57 powered E70 35D? Find out next time. Oh, smokes.
Our other Jaguar has a little like pull handle right here to put it in neutral.
Well, we're gonna find out right now if it's in neutral or not. Looks like she's in neutral. This is the XF-R, and once everything is said and done with this, it should make around 700 horsepower. That's the goal. So the first step to us getting this project done is getting it in the garage and then pulling out the motor and rebuilding it.
Yeah. 1,200 bucks.
That's crazy.
This is the land of good deals. Okay, yes, got a question.
Benny, what happened
Yes.
to this Jaguar?
I mean, we're gonna take it apart and find out about the most common issues. And we've done so many of these engines. It's the rod bearings. Rod bearings are poorly designed. It's a poor design, and also people don't really maintain them like they're supposed to. It's a 500 horsepower engine, requires 0W20. They use 530, the wrong oil spec, and they keep driving it. We sampled the oil on these engines like every 30,000 kilometers on our customers. And the other thing, I mean, they have a lot of common issues, but rod bearings is one common issue, and piston slap. So wipes out the cylinder walls. People keep driving it. Head gaskets are also common to go, and just burns out the cylinders. They're pretty bad. We actually have 2 on the shelf right now that are gonna be built. So this will be the 3rd one.
Wow.
Just this year alone. So.
These are not reliable cars.
That's the thing. It's just like every other vehicle. They're as reliable as you maintain them. So even the rod bearings, I mean, it's a poor design because they're not designed to take the heat, and especially if you use the wrong oil, like they get wiped out really fast.
Wow.
So in theory, if people were to do the oil change in 5,000 kilometers, every 5,000 kilometers, don't go over, and use the proper oil, they will last a lot longer.
Okay.
All right, now that the engine's out of the vehicle, it's on the engine stand. We've already done a bit of work to disassemble it. So what's gonna happen next, it's getting completely disassembled, timing comes off, heads are coming off, and the bottom end gets sent out to the machine shop. Most likely, we won't know 100% sure until we take it apart completely, but most likely what happened is the rod bearings have spun, and that's why the engine is seized. The bottom end goes to the machine shop, they get it all sorted out, all remachined, new bearings, most likely new rods, pistons. Then we get the heads rebuilt, comes back, reassemble, and stay tuned. Always gotta replace this because it gets torqued to like 15,000 million billion.
280 meters plus 270 degrees.
And if you look on many of the components on this engine, they actually say Ford Motor Company right on them. It's in collaboration with Ford. They share a lot of parts, and one time we could not get the Range Rover part, like from Land Rover. And what we ended up doing, we got the part number off the part, and we called Ford, and we got it right from the Ford dealership. And that was wasn't it a valve or something? It was a internal component. A million subscribers will say, what?
You're also using a CT. We're known for Milwaukee here.
There's a process to get the stretch on these head bolts checked, but we just replace them. They're not that expensive, and there's not that many of them. Okay, give me this.
Bolt gone down the hole.
On the gun.
Oh.
Sonny.
So I'm not used to using a gun.
Clearly, as you can tell, there's a lot of parts that are coming off this engine. Doesn't look like the cylinder walls are scored.
Huh?
If we're lucky, we get away with just the rod bearing spun. We might need to replace the crankshaft, but we have a really good contacts for that.
Okay.
Get brand new cranks.
I'm joking. It's me.
All eyes on you?
No, it was me.
Oh, you're
I'm your contact.
Yeah. No, that's you letting out the little winky.
No, listen.
Oh.
She goes.
Mama mia. All right. We had to remove the cams so we can remove the head bolts, and now we're just putting them back on just so we don't lose them. They stay organized. For the time being, that is.
Have you ever had a head bolt snap?
No.
As a
have
good
not.
friend once told me, a good mechanic will never break a head bolt.
Ryan, that mechanic that was telling the story was crying.
The magical icing sugar?
Easy, we don't talk about the stuff here. Okay? This is a kids-friendly YouTube channel.
Hey, I don't touch the devil's salt.
The devil's salt? Is that what they call it?
I don't know, I'm just guessing here.
Like, we're not used to that lingo. Us Romanians, we're innocent. We call it cocaine.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm talking like an engine like this, kind of slapped together with gasket maker. Take the same head gaskets, the same bolts, put them on with a gun. 50,000 kilometers. He had a slight misfire, but he just like, yeah.
It's a gentle process.
Have you ever been fired?
Actually, no.
So,
I've been let go.
the ratchet.
Oh.
Oh, she's done. We got a problem. Houston, we got a problem.
What's your problem? What's the issue?
That bolt right there.
What's the issue? Just put it in the hole.
Wow. Look at the casting on these oil passages. If you look at this oil passage, look at the casting. So
What is that?
nasty. Nasty.
Stefan special. Where'd the time go?
No, that's a piece of metal.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The
So
pickup
that's
tube.
most likely a piece of the old rod bearing. And it's been, because he spun, it's shaved down to nothing, to just a sliver.
Yeah.
Okay, so because the engine is seized, we can't spin the flex plate, torque converter.
Yeah, to be able to get it off.
What we've done in the past with other engines is like you take the oil pan off, you loosen up the rod cap like I mentioned before, when you spin the crankshaft. But unfortunately, there's 5 bolts behind the flex plate that still hold the oil pan attached to the block.
Yeah. And just the way it's designed, like with an LS, I could be able to get it with a wrench,
Okay.
but with this one, you can't. I've done it
Worst
on
case,
LS.
we just have to cut them here. You cut these welds, and you have to replace the flex plate. Really? No.
Hit it.
Hit it, hit it. Absolutely nasty. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. So the engine was completely torn apart. All the parts are on the shelf. The bottom end has been sent out to the machine shop. Let's see what they find. Once they get it all rebuilt, it comes back, we reassemble it. We install all the modifications to push 700 horsepower. Stay tuned in the next video.